Welcome listeners, welcome to our channel. This is a motivational video. Now I am going to read some motivational speeches of Swami Vivekananda. Self-motivation. When a disciple pleaded helplessness, Swamiji thundered, "What nonsense are you talking? Within you lies indomitable power. Only thinking, I am nothing, I am nothing. You have become powerless. You do not deserve to live if you cannot help yourselves. It is diabolism to say, I am so miserable. Every man has his own burden to bear. If you are miserable, try to conquer it. Try to be happy. Stand up. Be bold. Be strong. Take the whole responsibility on your own shoulders and know that you are the creator of your own destiny. All the strength and succor you want is within yourselves. It is a tremendous error to feel helpless. Do not seek help from anyone. We are our own help. If we cannot help ourselves, there is none to help us. This is the last and greatest lesson, and oh, what a time it takes to learn it. Just think of that huge mass of misery and all caused by this false idea of going to seek for help. There is no help for man. None ever was, none is, and none will be. But you are the spirit. Pull yourself out of difficulties by yourself. Save yourself by yourself. There is none to help you, never was. To think that there is sweet disillusion. It comes to no good. You may pray to everyone that was ever born, but who will come to help you? Help thyself out by thyself. None else can help thee, friend. Get hold of the self. Then stand up, don't be afraid. The one great question asked by Vedanta is, why are people so afraid? The answer is that they have made themselves helpless and dependent on others. We are so lazy, we do not want to do anything for ourselves. We want a personal God, a savior, or a prophet to do everything for us. If everything is done for a man by another, he will lose the use of his own limbs. Anything we do ourselves, that is the only thing we do. Anything that is done by another never can be ours. All this running after help is foolishness. You know, there are bullock carts. Sometimes a sheaf of straw is dangled at the tip of the pole, a little in front of the animals, but beyond their reach. The bulls try continually to feed upon the straw, but never succeed. That is exactly how we are helped. We think we are going to get security, strength, wisdom, happiness from the outside. We always hope, but never realize our hope. Never does any help come from the outside. We human beings are very slow to recognize our own weakness, our own faults, so long as we can lay the blame upon somebody else. Men in general lay all the blame of life on their failing or failing that on God. Or they conjure up a ghost and say it is fate. What fate? And what is fate? We reap what we sow. We are the makers of our own fate. None else has the blame. None has the praise. You know in your inmost heart that many of your limited ideas, this humbling of yourself and praying and weeping to imaginary beings are superstitions? Tell me one case where these prayers have been answered. All the answers that came were from your own hearts. In your ignorance, every prayer that you made and that was answered, you thought was answered by some being, but you answered the prayer yourself unknowingly. The help came from yourself, and you fondly imagined that someone was sending help you. There is no help for you outside of yourself. You are the creator of the universe. These are words that will burn on the dross that is in the mind. Words that will bring out the tremendous energy which is within you already. The infinite power which is sleeping in your heart. Those that blame others, and alas, the number of them is increasing every day, are generally miserable with helpless brains. They have brought themselves to that pass through their own mistakes and blame others. But this does not alter their position. It does not serve them in any way. This attempt to throw the blame upon others only weakness them the more. Therefore, blame none for your own faults. Stand up on your own feet and take the whole responsibility upon yourselves. Say, this misery that I am suffering is of my own doing, and that very thing proves that it will have to be undone by me alone. You have cried to all the gods in the world. Has misery ceased? The masses in India cry to 60 million gods and still die like dogs. Where are these gods? The gods come to help you when you have succeeded. So, what is the use? This bending to knee to superstitions, this selling yourselves to your own mind does not befit you, my soul. You are infinite, deathless, birthless, because you are infinite spirit. It does not befit you to be a slave. Arise, awake. No books, no scriptures, no science can ever imagine the glory of the self that appears as man. The most glorious God that ever was. The only God that ever existed, exists, or ever will exist. Whenever you see a weak man weeping and wailing for help from somewhere above the skies, it is because he does not know that the skies also are in him. He wants help from the skies, and the help comes, but it comes from within himself, and he mistakes it as coming from without. Thank you. Thank you for watching.